to work at Christmas time. That's holiday time when no one's supposed to work.
Yeah, that's when you're supposed to take it easy and have fun.
That's why we get out of school for a long break. My teacher says that that's the only thing she wants for Christmas.
My mom says that this is all about helping others.
Well, I guess that's okay. But we've been doing good stuff all year long. Remember when we dunked cold water over our heads to save some sick people? That was all about helping others. I hope Santa noticed us back then, because he's probably too busy right now.
That's true. But in the summer, it's too hot for Santa to get around much. He's more of a cold weather kind of guy. Everyone knows the North Pole is cold.
My brother says that's why you get away with stuff in the summer, because no Santa isn't around to keep an eye on you when it's so hot.
The guy at church says we're supposed to help our neighbors, but my dad says our neighbors live like kings. That's why they only live here 6 months out of the year. They don't seem to need my help.
And there are people who put up big gates so we couldn't even help them if they needed us.
Hey, who's that old guy? And why is he wearing those weird clothes?
Hi, I'm St. Nicholas. I heard you talking about me, something about me not being able to handle hot weather.
St. Nicholas? You mean Santa?
No way! Everyone knows what Santa looks like.
You're skinny. And everyone knows Santa's tummy shakes like a bowl full of jelly when he laughs.
Yeah, you look like one of those guys who hangs around at Bucks.
You kind of look like the Scarecrow off The Wizard of Oz.
Well, I'm really St. Nicholas, but there's a lot about me that people have forgotten.
Well, how come you're not wearing your Santa suit?
Well, it's those Dutch and the Coca-Cola people. They thought I needed to be a little more flashy, so they rounded me out and put me in the red suit. But really, no one's been ever able to hold me to one look. Like, if you see Batman from long ago, he looks kind of silly, but not cool like he is now. I'm kind of that way. I can be as ancient or as modern as I need to be.
But you're still the Santa we know, right?
Pretty much.
And you're still the guy who likes kids?
I love them. I always have. To understand me and why I look this way, you really have to go back a long way. When I was St. Nicholas, the Bishop of Myra in Turkey. I was the son of a wealthy family, so I was rich. But I didn't use my money for myself. I couldn't help giving things to the poor in my community. There were so many of them, and in my heart, I remembered what Jesus has told us about helping the poor. All my life, I gave away everything I had. And I always loved children, especially poor children. I couldn't bear the thought of them going to bed hungry at night or being lonely or afraid. That's why even today, at Christmas time, people think of me in the spirit of giving.
Yeah, the season of giving. So how come we're having Christmas now?
Everyone knows you're supposed to do good things at Christmas time.
Well, really, you're supposed to be taking care of your neighbors throughout the year.
Jesus told this story when they had finished eating. Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" "Yes, Lord," he said, "you know that I love you." Jesus said, "Feed my lambs."
Again, Jesus said, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" He answered, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said, "Take care of my sheep."
Again, Jesus said, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" He answered, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you. Take care of my sheep." Then Jesus said to him, "Follow me."
Jesus said those words 2,000 years ago, but really he was saying them to all of us.
Wait, I don't get it. My Sunday school teacher said that Peter was a fisherman. How come Jesus is telling him he's got to be a shepherd?
Wouldn't it be better if he told Peter to take care of something else? It'd be neat if he was supposed to take care of monkeys or something weird like anteaters.
No, don't you see? Jesus is asking Peter to take care of poor and sick people, just the way Jesus treated poor and sick people.
Yeah, I get that you're supposed to take care of someone like that, but you never see them up here in Highlands.
Well, you're right. It looks like there's no one in need here in Highlands, but there are all sorts of people around you who could use your help. I'll bet if you think about it, you could realize that there are people right in your neighborhood. Maybe there's an old person who's all alone. Think of how you could brighten her days with a picture that she could put on her refrigerator. Or if you pay close attention, you may notice that your mom or your dad sometimes needs a hug. It's easy if you think about it.
But this Christmas thing isn't just about our neighbors. Some of those projects were for other parts of the world.
Of course, Jesus wants to think about our entire world as our neighbors. That's why Christmas is celebrated around the world. You know the spirit of giving visits kids as St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, Father Christmas, as well as other forms like the Three Wise Men or Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Guess I never thought about it like that. But when you're in other countries, do you wear your Santa suit or do you show up in the St. Nicholas outfit?
Well, you need to realize that not all countries celebrate Christmas like we do. For instance, you said I was more of a cold weather kind of guy. Well, I show up in a lot of countries where Christmas is in the middle of summer.
Christmas in summer? That'd be cool. You could go swimming at Christmas.
Or play outside and don't have to worry about your toes freezing. Burn!
I'd like that. But what's Christmas like for the other kids?
Well, Christmas is celebrated in a lot of different ways, even in countries where the weather isn't so different from Highlands. The weather may be similar, but for kids in Taiwan, it's nothing like here. Some of our Highlands friends know all about celebrating Christmas in Taiwan.
There are not many Christians in Taiwan. They know about Santa and the reindeer, but not a lot about Jesus. For those of us who know about Jesus, celebrate Christmas at church, sing carols, and tell the Christmas story, just like what we do here in Highland. Santa can help explain more about Jesus.
So it's hard to imagine having your neighbors not understand the birth of Jesus. See, it sounds very different from your Christmas, but is it really Christmas?
Well, I'd say no, because they don't need the stuff we need for Christmas.
Well, I'd say yes because Christmas is really about the birth of Jesus and you can celebrate in your heart.
Well, I don't know. All I can think about is Santa and hot weather.
Oh, that's right. That's what we were talking about. Well, Christmas is celebrated in a lot of places you wouldn't expect, a lot of really hot places. Have you ever heard of St. Thomas?
Wasn't he the guy who said he didn't believe Jesus came alive again, right?
Well, it's too bad we remember him that way, but you're right. There's so much more to his story. Once he learned that all the things that Jesus had told him were true, he decided to share the message with the whole world. He set out to spread the good news. Now, his brothers and sisters stayed in the Mediterranean, but St. Thomas set off in a completely different direction. He walked for 1,000 miles and ended up in India. Long before Europe was civilized, people in India were hearing and believing about Jesus. That's why today, even though you may not expect it, there are little pockets of Christians throughout India.
There's a kid in my class who's an Indian, and he says that Christmas is the same for his family.
Steve says they call him a Native American, not an Indian.
Yeah, but still.
That's right. Steve is one of my favorite kids, but I was talking about people who live in a faraway country called India. And people there, even if they don't know about Christian or Christmas itself, they celebrate it. In fact, it's a national holiday. But for Christians, the day is celebrated with visits to church and big community feasts. Families decorate mango trees or banana trees, the generous kind of trees that feed people throughout the year. A lot of families put up a single oil lamp on their roof to show that Jesus is the light of the world.
Do you show up in India?
I do. I visit children in a horse-drawn cart. They call me Christmas Baba or Natal Bua, but it's me. It's hot in India at Christmas time, not like here at all. It's like that for a lot of the world. Africa's a big continent, but you won't find any snow except at the very top of Mount Kilimanjaro. Since it's so big, there are a lot of different customs. In many parts of the continent, Santa is an old black man with a long gray beard.
But you're still the same Santa, right?
Of course, I love children there just as I do here in Highlands.
Do they decorate their Christmas trees?
They do, but usually they're palm trees, and they decorate them with little bells. And at Christmas time, the children listen for the sound of those bells to tell them that angels are arriving to announce the birth of Jesus. Later on, there's a feast of stew, okra, and a yam paste called fufu. Families eat together and are in close groups, and presents are given.
I heard that animals gather to talk on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, my sister says that That's because animals were the first to see baby Jesus at Christmas time.
Well, animals play an important role in Maasai celebrations. Every Christmas, a family's cattle and goats are blessed to have good, healthy lives. That's a gift not just for the animals, but for the family as well, since their herds and flocks are so important to them.
I'm glad they take care of their animals. You get along with animals too, don't you? That's why my dog never barks at you on Christmas Eve.
Sure, Christmas wouldn't be the same without them. In Honduras, a family will bring its rooster to church on Christmas Eve. They think this will help them have good luck for the entire year. In fact, if roosters crow at midnight in Honduras, the entire village will have good luck.
I bet it's funny when you have roosters crowing in church. I don't think they would let us do that here.
I wish I could take my dog to church.
Or my rabbit.
Wait a second. Do you show up in Honduras?
No. In Honduras, kids' parents bring them little gifts. And really, you don't need Santa to have a Christmas celebration. Wherever the spirit of giving is, that's Christmas, and that's me. In fact, in Spain, they don't rely on me at all. There, they're delivered by the 3 wise men.
I'm afraid you've been a bad boy, Jose. We saw you being mean to your sister. That's why we're giving you Colt for Christmas.
Away!
Leo, I'm to be happy.
And in Austria, even though the weather is just like here in Highlands, they have a celebration that doesn't include me. In those little villages high up in the Alps, on Christmas Eve, the people wait for the children to fall asleep. And they slip away from their homes and gather around the most beautiful tree in the village. Then all the grown-ups, even those who don't have children, they start to decorate the tree with handmade ornaments that they've been making all year. Sometimes it takes all night, but they don't grow tired. They're happy because they can just imagine what it's going to be like for those children to wake up the next morning to see the tree that they believe was decorated just for them. So you see, even when I'm not there on Christmas, I really am there, as long as people love children and believe in giving. That's Christmas, and that's why we're here.
Wait a second, St. Nicholas. I guess we could believe you if you were in your old saint clothes, but everyone knows Santa doesn't look like that.
Yeah, you can't wear something like that, like at the North Pole.
That is so not cool.
Well, I wanted you to get a look at an upside-down Christmas. If you were to go way down below the equator, you'd come to Australia and New Zealand. That's about as upside down as you can get. Because the kids there celebrate Christmas right in the middle of summer, this is how they see me. Believe me, it's hot, hot, hot in Australia at Christmas time. And where do you find them on Christmas Day?
With their families?
Sure, it's Christmas, just like here in Highlands. But a lot of families go to the beach for the day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot better than a white Christmas here in Highlands.
And since Australia and New Zealand are about 1 million miles from the nearest reindeer, I show up in a sleigh that's pulled by kangaroos.
That's the coolest thing ever.
Carol our Christmas in upside down Christmas.
of the gold and the green and the sparkle, water and river and the of the beach, singing the happiness of open spaces, sing a nativity summer can reach.
Shepherds and masters move over hillside, finding not angels but sheep to be shorn. Wise ones make journeys whatever the season, searching for signs of the truth to be born.
But here's the thing. Even though Christmases are so different, even though Christmas throughout the world is different from what you know here in Highlands, is it still Christmas?
I guess so.
They all involve families.
And they're all about doing good things for others.
Yeah, Christmas is the same all over, but it's really for all year long.
Yeah, I guess. But I still like Chubby Santa better than you. No offense.
None taken. Merry Christmas, everyone.